Hi guys, so today we're going to run through a few things which will hopefully be useful on the day for you. We're going to look at some potential scenarios that might happen when you're out there as leaders. And I'm also just going to start with a quick recap on what we did on the last training sessions about some of the aspirational qualities of good leaders, we could say, and run through those again for you. So the first one would be to be well organized. You can't help anybody else if you're not organized yourself. So make sure the night before the walk you have everything you need for the next day, so that you're in a position then to help other people and you're not running around thinking, where's my sunscreen, where's my water, where's my phone, is it charged? So being well organized is the first point of being a good leader. Obviously you need a fairly good level of personal fitness, again for the same reason that you really can't help anybody else if you're struggling. Now I know you're all doing your training walks and you're building up that fitness, so keep on that journey and make sure that you're fairly confident on the day with your own fitness. Being knowledgeable. In this instance, that relates to the logistics of the walk, particularly, and what's happening on the day. Make sure that you know, so that if people ask you, as they will, how far is it, when is lunch, certain distances for that day. You want to be able to answer them. You're not always going to know where you are. I certainly don't. I usually check my phone, but you need to know the basics. So be knowledgeable and learn the logistics that you need to learn, so that you're in a position to confidently answer people's questions and feel confident yourself. Which brings me to the next two qualities, enthusiasm and confidence. So particularly when it's not easy conditions, it might be raining or it might be very hot and people are starting to struggle a little bit. That enthusiasm from you is going to help keep them going. A smile lifts everybody's spirits. If you can bring a sense of humor, that's another great quality to have, and a sense of perspective about the walk. Encourage people to keep going, but also give them the perspective that they will be sitting eating the dinner that night, looking back on the day and realizing they've achieved something great. Give them that perspective. Try and keep a sense of humor and keep people encouraged through that sense of humor. Those are great qualities. And then we talk about confidence, just being confident in what's happening and giving that confidence to other people that they can do the walk, you can do the walk, they can do the walk, and together you're going to get each other through. And that it is, a great event, and exude that confidence in yourself as a leader. Another quality that you need to have as a leader is maturity and emotional stability. So when things don't go to plan, as often they don't, you need to be the one who keeps calm under any possible situation. The first thing you need to do is kind of deep breathe, keep calm yourself. If you're exuding that kind of calm and confidence, that's infectious and everybody else will have it as well. So emotional stability is very important, even though situations might be, something that can be quite serious, and we'll talk about some of those scenarios, but keeping that calm, being like a swan, if you remember, we referred to that, on the surface, you're gliding along very calmly. Underneath, you might be paddling like crazy to keep on top of the situation, but it's important that you keep that calm, that you exude that calm as a leader. Honesty and reliability. You need to be able to give people honest answers. People are very good at reading people's body language and have their bullshit radars on. So always honesty is the best policy, really, in situations. And reliability, if you say you're going to do something for somebody, make sure you do it. People want to rely on you as a leader. So reliability is a very important quality that you need to keep practicing. I think that about wraps up some of those qualities. You do your best on the day. Doesn't mean that you're going to be all these things all the time. We aspire to be them, and we learn along the way ourselves. But you'll all do a fantastic job.